Hi, it's Jana, and I just wanted to do a quick video to explain why I became a vegan. It's one of the most common questions that I get about living a vegan lifestyle and how do I maintain this lifestyle and why did I choose to become a vegan. And I'll just kind of start there. I became a vegan based upon my love of animals. I did not necessarily grow up being an animal lover, more of like a cat lover. I actually love cats a whole lot. And I really love sheep. You know, I think that they're very gentle animals. One is a domesticated animal that no one would ever even conceive of eating, and one is a farm animal, which people do most definitely consume. And I just kind of thought, you know, what makes one different than the other? Why are we having animals in a hierarchy system? They're both living beings. They both have heartbeats. They both, you know, are birthed from two parents, if you will. We as humans put a hierarchy on an animal's life, and I just felt that that wasn't unfair. I mean, it's kind of common sense if you really think critically about it, and I just started my vegan journey from there. So I was compelled not to eat animals because I started to respect them. I also watched a lot of videos and read a whole lot about the animal industry. I read Slaughterhouse, I read Fast Food Nation. Those are two really good books that you should read. This was way before the whole Forks Over Knives and Food Inc., which is a very good documentary that I suggest that you watch as well if you're thinking about becoming a vegan. And I just educated myself on what I was doing. It wasn't just simply a diet, you know, just something for me to lose weight. It was a way of me thinking about the things that I put into my body and the treatment of animals. And not only the treatment of animals, but the treatment of people in those slaughterhouses, in those factory farm places, you know, how they have very substandard living conditions due to very poor labor laws, and I just could not partake in that industry once I had that information. So that's pretty much what keeps me being a vegan, because on top of being a vegan, I found out 2 years into my vegan lifestyle that I had a gluten intolerance. And I was allergic to soy. So there goes one of my major sources of protein. It's like, well, what do I do? So I had to really relearn how to prepare a lot of meals, you know, get away all the meat substitutes, eat more beans, find out what type of grains are good for like pasta, because I really love pasta. I'm a carb person. And find out how I can find the substitutes for that. And then on top of that, I'm doing that kind of on a budget and making sure that I'm not overspending on a whole lot of food, because I love food. Food is like I spend more money at the grocery store each month than I do on a pair of shoes. You know, take it, I shop at thrift stores, but you know, I really love food. So with that being said, I really had to learn and do a whole lot of reading again, mostly online, no particular books, on how to become a vegan, a gluten-free, soy-free vegan, and be a master scholar at reading every single label of everything that I put into my body. So the most challenging times that I have is when I like go over to people's homes, when they're like having a party or a potluck or something like that, and people are here vegan, and they'll, you know, prepare something that does not have animal products, but it's not soy free or it's not gluten free, so I can't even eat that. Like salads, you know, leaves and vegetables without salad dressing, I don't want to eat that. And I can't eat a lot of salad dressings because they contain soybean oil. I'm allergic to soy. Or you know, the vegan mock meats, or just plain pasta with marinara sauce, I can't eat that. So I've often found myself at a potluck, you know, event where there's food service, just sitting in a corner drinking water, or eating like olives. I'll be like, do you have any olives in your refrigerator? And I'll just sit back and eat olives. But that's my choice. You know, I choose to live this lifestyle. I do want to add that after I became, when I became vegan, I found out that I had an intolerance to gluten and to soy. I thought, you know what, maybe I should just become a vegetarian. And what compelled me to not live a vegetarian and eat eggs and cheese was my respect for animals. That's what keeps me being a vegan. and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't stomach the idea of eating, like, you know, someone's child. That's what an egg is. Just couldn't do it. So that's it. I mean, that's why I'm a vegan. That's what makes me stay a vegan. It's a philosophy in how I think about food. It's the knowledge. It's not from a place of I want to lose weight or I want to look good. It's from a place outside of me. It's from a place of respect for animals and humanity, and that's what keeps me being a vegan. If you're interested in this, you need to have a reason why. It has to be something outside of you. Find what that reason is, do your due diligence and research, and find out if this is the best lifestyle for you. And if it's not, that's still okay. Just think of other ways that your diet can be more friendly towards the earth. So if you want to, you know, follow along with some recipes, I just started up a new blog. It's called veganjana.blogspot.com, where I'm posting a lot of the meals that I eat that are gluten-free and soy-free and vegan. But I do want to put a disclaimer out there. I'm not a vegan that shies away from honey. I know honey is pretty much, it comes from an animal per se, it comes from an insect, it's bees' vomit. But some of my gluten-free products, they do contain little minuscule amounts of honey. So that may be controversial to some vegans. I'm sorry, but I don't have like a jar of honey and I like pour it on the cereal or anything like that. But I just want to put that disclaimer out there. So I do have some things, some products on my website that I love to eat, that do contain a little bit of honey. So that's it. So I invite you to follow along, rate the video, give me some comments, ask me some questions, and I may do a follow-up video. So that's it. That's why I became a vegan.